AHAVA and blessings to all of you, and welcome to this video. I'm going to be talking about this beautiful Venus star point that we are experiencing on October 22nd, 2022. And let's look into the symbolism of what's happening, right? So Venus creates this beautiful star, or this beautiful rose, 5-petaled rose, right? Every 8 years. And for this to happen, there is the appearance and the experience of Venus as a morning star and an evening star. And this whole process takes about 18 to 19 months. So there are 5 of these cycles of 18, 19 months that make up the 8 years. And this is how we can get the beautiful star of Venus, or the rose with the 5 petals. So when there is a transformation, when there is a shift from the morning star to the evening star and vice versa, there is a what they call a Venus star point, where Venus aligns and conjuncts with the sun. Because during these cycles as the morning star and the evening star, every month Venus conjuncts with the moon. So Venus and the moon come together in divine union, creating a lot of harmony, because it is just a powerful and beautiful aspect. There's nothing bad about it at all. The Venus gates, this is what they are called, are actually called in the ancient traditions a kiss from the goddess. So we're actually being blessed. So now Venus is going to travel into the evening star, right? Because she's in the underworld. That's something like the underworld, resting. And so she's going to, on the 22nd of October, align in conjunct with the sun. And this is the star point, because this shifts the energy. So what happens is, this is not the first time it happens. This happens all the time when there are these transitions. But the beauty about it is that this star point will be in Libra, and it hasn't been in Libra since 1770, so it's a very long time. And we know that Libra, don't you love the birds? Venus is the planet that governs Libra. So the beautiful code that we have here, you know, when Venus and the sun come together, that light of creation, because the ultimate purpose of Venus is to bring in the light of creation, right? Because Venus represents beauty, divine union, abundance, right? Creativity, and also flow, how we flow in life, how we feel in life, how we love in life. Venus is connected to the heart, right? So on a higher octave, Venus really represents the light of creation. When we can bring in the frequencies of Venus, that light of creation is the light that has no duality. This is the light of the heavens. This is the light in the Garden of Eden, right? And so when Venus and the moon come together in divine union, what is happening is that Venus is pouring light into our incarnational experience, into our karmic experience, and pushing out the duality. Now, when she joins with the sun, there is a powerful transition here that goes from the inner world to the outer world, right? So we've been experiencing Venus in her shift in the outer world, and now we're going into the inner world. Okay, so in that evening star rising, we're going to be doing a lot of shifts and a lot of love, self-love, creation, alignment, purification, unity within the inner world. And so anytime Venus is in Libra, she is powerfully exalted. Now let's just look at the code here, because the code absolutely fascinates me. It is 221022, right? 2022. So let's look at these numbers, 221022. In Sophianic Kabbalah and also in the Desert Rose teachings, 22 is the highest master number. And we know that 22 is connected with Mary Magdalene, that Magdalene consciousness, right? So we've got the Magdalene consciousness, and then we've got the number 10. And 10 is the Yud. The Yud is the 10th letter of the Aramaic alphabet. And the Yud symbolizes the seed that needs to be nourished, the seed that contains either the light or the darkness, right? The seed that we have within us that we can either nourish to create, or we can nourish or not nourish and just allow it to destroy with the karmic patterns and the programs. So the seed is being held by the Magdalene consciousness, 22, 10, 22, and the seed is in the middle. So the inner world and the outer world are merging together to bring harmony, to create a very powerful new seed, a new humanity, or something new within us that is filled with light. And this is a very, very, very powerful coding. So just imagine that Magdalene consciousness within us and without us, and then that seed in between being infused with that Magdalene consciousness so that something new can come into this planet and into our lives. And the Yud is also connected to John the Baptist, Yohanan the Baptizer. And he represents the purification of the sexual energy. So we're purifying our creative power so that we can be exalted in our true power. And another aspect that we will experience on this beautiful, beautiful Venus start point day is Shapira. Shapira in Aramaic means spiritual beauty, spiritual awakening. And I wrote something here, and this is what will be activated. It says, grace regenerates and sanctifies us. Grace inspires us towards various impulses and imparts strength to endure the hard moments and to transcend separation. Grace is our excellence. And when we experience grace, we awaken in Shapira, in spiritual beauty. Spiritual beauty is not just about being a good person, being heart-centered, which it is, but spiritual beauty is going back to that moment where we decided to come into our incarnation before we came in, and we were pure light. And when we come here and go through the different cycles of life, we have the opportunity to access that Shapira, that grace. And this is the opportunity we have. And remember, Venus is a very, very powerful aspect of goodness. We should never be scared of these aspects. There's really nothing negative about them. Goodness. So let us connect with the code of the 22-10-22, that seed being nourished by the Magdalene consciousness. Let us connect with our grace, our spiritual beauty. Let us allow Shapira, that awakening of spiritual beauty of grace, to be poured within us. And let us prepare ourselves to go into the Venus gates as the evening star. Very powerful. And if you watch the videos in the channel, I'll be giving you information. And let us just really go deep into this feeling of light, of expansion, of creation, of creativity, of divine union. And we will, before she goes into her first gate, we have about 70 days, right? Maybe a little bit less. I haven't counted them. So this is very powerful. Allow Venus to pour the light of creation into your solar journey, your solar expression, so that when we begin our inner sanctification and consecration through the Venus gates, we will have the holy flame of desire, the holy flame of our soul ignited in each gate. I hope you enjoy this video. If you have any reflections, please let me know, or questions, AHAVA.